Yeah, mic's on. Well, y'all waited on me? You waited on me? You want to rush me? What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So, and if you're unaware, what we're doing here tonight, it's called Walk the Mock. It's a draft simulator where you pick a team and you draft for that team. Okay, that sounds basic. But you're going to be drafting against other people, us, here in the chat. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. You do have to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. But use promo code BROSHMO, gets you 20% off whether you want to do that monthly or yearly. Or you could just say, you could just kick it and watch us do mock drafts. We got about 6.5 minutes till this one. So, guess I gotta drop that link for y'all. So if you are a member of Walk the Mock, I am about to drop the link in the description. I'm also dropping it on my X, Twitter, whatever the heck you want to call it. I don't really have a preference. No siree. But yeah, no, that should be all good and set for y'all. I'll even throw it in the chat for craps and giggles. There you go. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. There we go. All right. But hey, hopefully y'all are having a great day. Enjoying Tuesday, I hear it is. But yeah, no, if you don't know, I had my stock report video come out earlier along with my power rankings. You got tomorrow, I'll probably just do a mock the mock. I think I'm gonna work on I got something special though this week. Something special, I think, in the cards. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Why does it cost money? Because nothing's free. Dude, you good luck. There is legitimately no other draft simulator that allows you to draft against people. Or at least, unless you're like in the call with them or something like that. But why does it cost money? Because it's the only simulator that does that. So why does it cost money? Not everything's free. When someone makes a good product, they expect you to pay for that product. That's how the real world works. And I ain't talking MTV. Camera pans out into Broshmo's war room. Ugh. Yeah, let me get my dog in here. Help me with my picks. Since when did I do power rankings? Since 3 years ago. My channel been around that long? I don't know. Maybe 2 years ago? No trades in this one. No trades. 2 rounds. No trades. Two rounds, no trades. No. Keep in mind, we're going to be doing these, at least to start out, through the remainder of the year, once a week. And then we'll start revving that sucker up to 2, 3, maybe even 4 times a week. So it is something we're going to be doing quite a bit of. All right, if you don't know, we got 3 minutes in counting. You're Goodell, Nate, you're Goodell or Mel Kiper. Your pick. How far do you think Daniels moves up boards as we get closer to the draft? I don't think he's gonna go as high as people think he will. I really don't. Maybe I think 15, maybe 15, maybe even we see around 10. But again, we got a full draft process. We'll see. We'll see how these guys. We'll see the ebbs and flows. These prospects. How do you join the draft? There's a link in the description. There's a link in the chat. There's a link on my X. And you just got to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. Use promo code Broshmo when you sign up, and it will save you money. Because that's what we're about, saving money. Yeah, for now, it's always going to probably be Tuesday. I think Tuesday is probably the most ideal time. Can't participate tonight, Parker. It is what it is, bro. We got plenty of open spots up here. I think I'm going to jump on the Titans right now. I don't know. Switching. I have a subscription, but I don't know how to join this specific draft. M. Description. There's a link to the lobby. What's going to happen at 1? Who's Washington picking? Yes, many questions. So actually, we're about to dip into, man, a lot of computers, man. A lot of computers today. You're there next week? Dope diggity. Oh, I don't have Rankins. Let's just go default. Well, keep in mind, I didn't lock it, so if anyone wants to jump in, then feel free, go right ahead and make your pick. No trades, no trades. Walk the mock season. Yes, indeedy. Starts in 10 seconds, and then I think it's 2 minutes per pick. I wonder if computers won't take 2 minutes, will they? Oh, that would suck. That would suck. Oh yeah, let me see how this looks. Marvin Harrison. Okay. This is a historic day for the 2024 NFL draft. Here, let me actually switch to this screen. I think that's probably the best. No. Because I gotta fiddle with this sucker. All right, Cardinals. I think Arizona goes May. No, I don't. Keep building, Justin. I disagree. Man, I pause for a second. If these computer picks take 2 minutes, I think I might restart this and switch it to a minute. Because I ain't sitting here 2 minutes while computers pick. Hey, what up, Alec? Let's see. I wish there was like a force button, like force pick. I'm not gonna sit here for 2 minutes while the computer picks. When I try to make an account, it says I'm forbidden. Wish I could join. I don't know why you would be forbidden, bud. Don't know why you would be forbidden. They're gonna take the 2 minutes. All right, so I think we might just do a new one then. Let's switch here. I'll switch right here. I'll keep this up real quick. Walk mock. Oh shucks. Oh, I got the hiccups. Let's see. Those no trades. Don't lock. 1 minute. Yeah, that should work fine. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We got a new one here. I'm just going to jump on my Dolphins. New one here. New link. Let me pull off my X. All right. I got the new one. I'm going to put it in the chat. That way, if y'all want to hurry up and get to it. Also, I'm going to put it in the description. New one, new one, new one, new one. We got this down to 1 minute. What up, Rock? I think it says forbidden because you need to buy a membership to... Yeah, you need a membership. You need a membership. Promo code Broshmo. Look at the link in the description. Promo code Broshmo gets you 20% off. So... if it weren't for the neck, you think Liatu would be a top 5? Yeah, I think he would be. I mean, I still think he's top 10. I still flirt with that idea that he's a top 10 talent. All right, there we go. Hey, if anyone wants to be the Dolphins, just let me know. I'll hop off. Yeah, first walk the mock of the year, official. Oh, now I remember why I got. There we go. Got the timer up. Who do the Colts need? Just good players. A DC that likes to blitz, maybe? I don't know. You want to hop in here, Goj? Welcome to the party, bud. Want to say hi to the peeps? Come here, buddy. Oh, you're getting big. You're getting big. Nobody wants to be the Steelers? Guess not. You know what I was gonna ask, I'm sure, but thoughts on my Packers so far? They're hot, they're young, and they're getting experience and they're growing, they're developing right before our eyes. Something I've been writing in my notes for the Packers like season, so when I do their deep, like I take notes during the season, so when I get to the deep dive, I get a general gist of how 2022 went, and I'm just like, man, this team's young, and they look it. Oh, you're done? You want to leave now? Come in for pets, and that's it. All right, bye, bud. Kent's not going half bad. Oh yeah, Gojo's the man of the show, dude. Gojo is the man of the hour. I mean, that's why Gojo's. That's why you see Gojo. Why we got Gojo merch. Should the Bucks tank at this point or something? Your thoughts? I mean, it would be nice if they could just tank, try to get in position, but it looks like they're probably gonna have to trade up if they want a quarterback. No, I shortened the draft to 1 minute, Nate. So, or picks take 1 minute. So we won't have to wait for the computer long. When we really get into this sucker full steam, then people, I mean, there's gonna be all these teams are gonna be filled with people, so we won't have to worry about the time as much. Alex says, yeah, young is the perfect word for them. But converting training camp has had such a different feel this year. Oh, covering training camp has. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Jay Daniels ain't half bad. He ain't half bad. Well, how many of y'all's fantasy team got screwed by Jonathan Taylor? Quick comps for Dunze, Coleman, and Neighbors. Oh, Neighbors. Let's go. DJ Moore, Coleman, AJ Burr. No, that's not. That's not. That's not happening. Coleman. Let's go. I don't know. These are all gonna be outlandish comps. Let's go D Hop for Coleman and Dunze. Yeah, I just don't got one right now. What up, Wavy? How you doing, bro? Right, I'm gonna go ahead, hop in this draft. Default rankings. Eventually, I'll have my like big board up in there. Switch to this screen. They don't have oh, there ain't no way they don't have Latu. Dude, Latu is in this. It's prospect number 12. Everyone likes the AJ Green comp for Marvin Harrison Jr. And I get it. So we got Marvin Harrison Jr. going to the Bears. Cardinals, they go Caleb Williams. What the flip? Okay. He's his father with more size and speed. No kidding. Oh. I don't think I would trade Sam. I don't think you're getting a first round pick for Sam Howell. Kids football. Your thoughts on Heisman winner? Heisman winner. Dude, go to my college football top 25. I give you my top 5 Heisman candidates. Got we got Latu going to the Bears. So who selected for them? Would have been the Patriots. That's right, Drake May. So top 2 quarterbacks already off the board here. And then we got Washington up on the clock. Do you think that a player like Troy Franklin is a good fit for the Jags offense? Yes. I mean, there's gonna be so many good receivers available late. Xavier Leggett, Troy Franklin, Brian Thomas. Like, there's a AD Mitchell. There's a plethora of options that they could go with. Mm. What is the most the Bears can get if they trade Fields? Thoughts? I think they could get like a second. I think they could get a couple of day two picks. Second, third, maybe they could get a first out of it. But I think getting a couple of day two picks is more likely. Olu Fashanyu going to the Commanders. We got the Giants coming up too. I don't know if Polk could be a 1, but I am intrigued by him. Brock Bowers going to the Giants. No, I'm not watching. I typically just watch NXT highlights. House top 5 passing yards. What does that mean, dude? Check out his turnover worthy plays. Those are through the roof, too. Are we saying like, oh, since he's top 5 in passing yards, he's a top 5 quarterback? What will Miami have to give up to trade? Dude, Miami can't trade up. They don't have the draft capital to do so unless, and I don't think they're giving up players to move up. So we got Jaden Daniels going to the Bucks. We got Joe Alt going to the Jets. Say goodbye to the Commander's name. Is it going by? I haven't saw anything that says that just yet, at least. I did select 2 rounds, did I? I did. Okay. Who's your pick to take over Panthers' job? I think Eric Benamy be getting heavy consideration. I think it's Brian Callahan. I think is a great option. Kool-Aid McKinstry going to the Chargers. Let's see. I can see Miami trading up because they gotta pay one of their receivers money. I believe Waddle is coming close to a 5-year option. Yeah, but I mean they're not trading Waddle. They're not. Jared Verse going to the Titans. And the Raiders will be taking Jerzon Newton. Season ended today. Do you think Bill Belichick is? Yes, absolutely. I think Bill Belichick will be the coach for the Patriots next season. Let's see. Did the Falcons trade up for Caleb or Drake? They'd be have to give up a lot. Who do you think would be a good option for the Chargers head coach and spot? That job will be interesting in the offseason. It will. I think you gotta get an offensive minded coach up in there. I don't think Ben Johnson's going anywhere. He's one that I would think of. You got the Kubiak brothers over in San Fran. They wouldn't be bad options. What corner or safety in the 2024 draft class would you be surprised? Just based on traits and potential, it ends up being drafted by a team in the top 25. It's Tyler Nubbin. I'd be shocked if any safety goes. Well, okay, let's go with the surprise. Mm, like traits based? Guess maybe a James Williams, but he ain't gonna be going to the first. What about corner? I don't know. There goes JC Latham. Dallas Turner going to the Saints, by the way. It was a good candidate for the Commanders. If they retain Benamy, then you're probably going with a defensive option. Dan Quinn would be fun. I think Dan Quinn would be super nice. Oh, Harbaugh, he could be an option. Don't know if he leaves Michigan. How do you write MJF off AEW for the next? Dude, have the Devil attack. Who's a better free safety, Nubbin or Kitchens? I kind of want to go with Nubbin, dude. Just because Kitchens could be too risque. Nate Wiggins going to the Rams. You could tell if a bot's picking for a team if you see this. So, yes, there's a bot picking for the Broncos. You think the Raiders should focus on defense in the first round? I think they should try to move up for a quarterback. What I think they should do, but if they can't, then yeah, go defense. No, I don't see Lincoln Riley leaving. Not after this season. Dude, I would love Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn only stayed in Dallas was to be the head coach, hoping like McCarthy things would go sour. But if McCarthy stays another year, I think Dan Quinn's like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my other coaching opportunities somewhere else. Jonathan Smith at Michigan State's interesting. Uh he's interesting. Israel. In terms of, I don't know how well he's gonna be able to recruit since like him leaving Oregon State left a lot of bad taste in the mouth of some of the players there. So we got Telenisa Fuaga going to the Bengals. Drafted for the Dolphins, right? Man. We got Devo saying, which QB in this draft do you think is not getting talked about enough? Oh, I think Bo Nix gets talked about too much in terms of just the hate. Michael Pratt, I feel like deserves a little bit more love. Troy Franklin gets the Blinknikoff. Oh man, who would I have as the Blinknikoff winner? No, it would be Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors is should be your clear winner for the Blinknikoff. Blintnikoff. I can never say that word right. I think we could see up to three wide receivers in the first 10 picks. Wide receiver class is just that good. Chop Robinson going to the Cardinals, and then we got Keon Coleman going to the Bills. What head coach or coordinator in college could you see becoming a head coach in the NFL? Oh man, I don't know. It's a toughie. There's a lot of old heads at. A lot of old heads out there in general. All right, so we had a few picks come off the board here. We had Braylon Trice going to the Broncos, Bo Nix going to the Falcons. You have a pick coming up here. I feel like Coleman was going a lot higher in mocks weeks ago. Yeah, probably. I know a lot of people are really on the a lot of people are really on the Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors train. I think they're all fairly close. It just depends on which it depends on who's drafting where, and because they're all, I think, radically different type of receivers. So I guess Jim Harbaugh will be the easy answer. I mean, I guess the next coach I think of is Kirby Smart. He's got a good thing going with Georgia. Ramadunze going to the Vikings. Yeah, I saw Sean Lewis might get that head coaching job for San Diego State. That's great. I hope he does. I don't know why Dion took play calling away from Sean Lewis, but it is what it is, I guess. Are there any tight ends in this year's draft that you feel are worth a first round pick besides Brock Bowers? No. Hard no. I struggle to even put one in day 2. No, even Jatavion Sanders, I don't see him close to being a first round pick. I don't even see him as a top 50 right now. Michael Penix going to the Seahawks. Elko at A&M's not bad. I thought it was a good hire. It's really going to help them defensively. Not being able to retain Petrino is kind of, I think, well, he didn't know. He just ended up firing all of Jimbo's staff. So it's not like he tried to retain Petrino. Petrino going to Arkansas, watch out for that one. To be the OC. I think Shane Steichen's done an amazing job this season. All right, Steelers, what you got going? What you got cooking? They go Armarius Sims. I kind of thought so. When are you going to be ready for the conversation that Roma Dunze is wide receiver 2? I've kind of already brought that up for like the last month and a half. Nah, I don't know if Prime once his kids leave, I don't know if he goes pro. How's Malik Neighbors still on the board? Because I've kind of already said with Coleman, Odunze, and Neighbors, they're all kind of wide receiver too. It just depends on what teams will be looking for. Benson probably is gonna remain my RB1. Texans take JT Tuimoloau. All right, well, I'm gonna make this pick real quick. The value is just too good. Malik Neighbors, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Can I see man, what I want to see is Mario Cristobal fired. Just gonna start off with that comment. Adding a guy like Corey Raymond to his recruiting department, with Florida basically firing all their assistant coaches, including Raymond. I don't know. I don't know. I personally want Cristobal fired, so I wasn't in love with the hire at the time. I'd much rather had Dan Lannon if I knew he was available. Well, that's not a fair statement, only missed. Like, it's not like Penix is only throwing to Roma Dunze. Like, Jalen Polk, Jalen McMillan, who's the other guy? Gilbert. They like everybody's been eating in that Washington system. Everybody's been eating in that Washington system. Let's not act like Roma Dunze put him on the spot, put Michael Penix on the spot. He was a fairly solid quarterback at Indiana. It makes no sense unless you think the Dolphins might trade Waddle in the future. How does that make no sense? He's the best player on the board. He's a top 10 talent. Malik Neighbors is a top 10 talent. And he's available for me here at the Dolphins when Amarius Mims literally just got snatched right in front of me. Are we going to pretend like the NFL doesn't constantly put 3 wide receivers on the field? Is that something they don't do? It makes all the sense in the world. I wouldn't have taken stinking wide receiver there unless it was like a Malik Neighbors, Keon Coleman, or Ruma Dunze. You're sitting at 25 and a player like that falls to you, take him. It's as simple as that. So we saw Xavier Worthy go to the Cowboys, Denzel Burke going to the Lions, and Troy Franklin going to the Jags. Cooper DeJean, I think, could be a good fit for Miami in that quarters heavy scheme under Vic Fangio. Burke over Arnold, I don't think is that flagrant. I think that's an overreaction. I mean, we got Chase Claypool for pennies on the dollar, so um sure. I mean, the Bears were the ones that essentially traded pick 32 last year to get him, so that's on you, bud. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh, like we took Gonzo, everyone had him as a top 10. Yeah, exactly. People didn't like the idea of the Patriots taking a corner last year every time I would take a corner. But dude, Gonzo was a stud. Diva says, just want to say, love your content. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Huge fan of the NFL draft and one of my favorite channels. Well, I try hard to get y'all get that NFL draft fix. So glad I could help. Emeka Ibuka going to the Chiefs. We got Graham Barton going to the Niners, and then we got Cooper DeJean going to the Ravens. May not be flagrant, but it stinks. Felt like the Jaguars should develop a young receiver. I kind of agree with that. I agree with that, Cardiac. Let's see. Yeah, what were the Bears thinking? Yeah, I mean, hey, man. Organizations make bad moves. It's life. Biggest draft day slide in your opinion? Like in general? Like of all time? Dan Marino. Aaron Rodgers is actually a good shout out too. Terry Arnold going to the Eagles. Eagles love their Georgia and Alabama boys. Oh, why would you take? Okay, so this is the thing with the Cowboys. Why would you take Sweat when you already have you drafted Mozzie Smith in the first round last year, essentially for the same thing? How's JJ McCarthy still on the board? I don't think I would take JJ in the first round. We'll see how the playoffs go, but I'm just saying, man. I put out a whole thing today on why I wouldn't take JJ in the first round. Laramie Tunzel. I mean, his draft slide wasn't that far. Didn't he get picked at like 13 or something? Yeah, no, it's a very good draft class for wide receiver. Very good. All right, we got Keensley, Sumatea going to the Cards. AD Mitchell went to the Panthers. Could I see Arizona trade down twice in that number 2 spot if Williams and May are still on the board? I mean, I don't know if they could trade down twice, but definitely at least once. Wasn't the biggest, but it was the most fun. Okay, I got you, Drake. I got you. Yeah, I mean, hey. He came out with the gas mask. It was hilarious. Oh, La'el Collins, yeah. He slid out of the draft in general. Well, Brady's technically not a legendary slide because no one thought he was really going to be much at the time. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was a big free fall because he was contesting to be the first overall pick. Oh, there goes Jeremiah Trotter. Okay, to Washington. Yeah, Kirito, you spoke too soon, bud. And there goes Fatanyu. Jordan Morgan going to the Patriots, by the way. DK Metcalf, honestly, that whole wide receiver class slipped. Like it felt like AJ Brown slipped. You had Terry McLaurin slip. Like that was such a good wide receiver class that and just no one knew it. No one knew it at the time. That's not true. I had like AJ Brown and DK as first rounders, along with Hollywood. Oh, I don't know who Lesco Brand. Ah, you got me, aggro. Or yeah, you got me, dude. What's that? I'm just gonna call you Matt. Nath? A Gornath? A Gornath? I'm just gonna call you Aggo. Aggo, you got me. That was pretty funny. Trotter's a freaking beast. Great Commander's pickup. Yeah. Tyler Guyton, he's going to the Bucks. We got Kamari Lasser going to the Giants. The G-Men. I mean, let's say Arizona traded 2 to 5 in the 5th pick. Williams or May is still on. Well, I don't think there's a scenario where Williams and May are still on the board at pick 5. Yes, Leggett I think is well. Nope, there goes Leggett to the Jets. Randy Moss was a big slide. Yeah, didn't he go at like back end of the first? Oh, you got Gator Boy making the picks for the Giants. His name, you will find it right here. Can't wait for the Lions to botch the first round again. I mean, not like they drafted bad players. It was just bad positional value. Tyler Nubbin going to the Chargers. Oh, dude. Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter, like after like the first 2 weeks, he did a lot to rehab his stock. Oh, Gojo, you back? What's up, bud? What does the lowercase r mean next to a player's name? Oh, I don't know. I haven't even noticed that. What's up, Gojo? You want to come say hi to the people again, or are you just in here for pets? How many OTs do I think will go in the first round? I think 5. There goes Patrick Paul to the Radas. And probably there goes all my hope of getting a tackle in this class. Those tackles just flew off the board. You get him in the third, that would be huge. Talking about Jeremiah Trotter still. All right, there goes Leonard Taylor to the Titans. We also got Brian Thomas to the Eagles. Remember, if you want to take part in one of these mock drafts, go become a premium member at Walk the Mock, whether that's monthly, yearly. But if you do, use promo code Broshmo and it'll get you 20% off. How'd you do, Titans fans? And no second round pick for the Broncos. You see 7 going in the first? Ooh, I don't know about that one. Kitchen has fallen so much. Yeah, I mean, dude, that Miami defense was just a struggle bus this year. So there goes Kalen Bullock to the Packers. I don't know why you want Sweat for the Cowboys. They literally just drafted Mozzie Smith. Granted, Jonathan Hankins is starting in front of him, but tis what it is. What's the best team fit for Jatavion? Who the hell is Jatavion? Javion Clowney? All right, Rams pick is in. It's JJ McCarthy. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. All right, let me take a quick look at my OT board. Yeah, dude, I don't want to touch any of these tackles. Second round. So the name of the game might be interior. Looking ahead for my Dolphins, of course. Smith is a rookie. He's a rookie defensive interior player. Jatavion Sanders. Who the hell is Jatavion Sanders? Oh, that's the tight end. Oh my gosh, dude. Tell me why his name, when you don't have that comma in there, it's like, who the heck is this? Christian gets going to the Bengals, by the way. That's fit for Jatavion? I mean, anyone that likes having a big slot. I mean, really anywhere. Yeah, Tyler Van Dyke, transfer portal. Cam Ward getting offered a lot of money to go play for some teams too. There's a lowercase r next to Quinn Ewers' name. Oh, no, it's not next to his name. This is red shirt. The lowercase r's are red shirt. This is the R I'm assuming you're talking about. Cam Kitchen's going to the Bills, by the way. That's a pretty solid pick, computer. Maybe the Chargers, but they really like Parham. Ooh. All right. You got Texans. And there goes Sweat. Okay, so that's 2 defensive linemen, right? Because didn't they go JT Tuimoloau as well? Oh, hey, D'Amico Ryan, man, he loves the trenches. Who is going to be the Giants starting quarterback next year? Probably Daniel Jones. Then again, man, I don't know if he'll be ready by the beginning of the year. Which QB could you see sneaking in the late first? Well, I think it would be Michael Penix at this point. So to your point, Puka shouldn't be balling like he is. For a matter of fact, CJ. Well, no, I mean that's different. Like you. All right, so Puka, yeah, no, Puka shouldn't be balling out. You don't expect a 5th or 6th rounder to come in and ball like that. You don't. But when it comes to the trenches, trench players develop slower. Just typically the case. Usually you're really gonna see them emerge in the last stretch of year 1 or sometime during year 2. But you just don't quit on your first rounder after 1 year. That's just kind of stupid. They're still college players. Bring them in, develop them. And especially if you don't want to reach because you think it's a position. I mean, dude, CJ shouldn't come in balling out. Like, the dude was the 3rd overall pick. So there goes Ladd McConkey to the Saints. We got Chris Braswell to the Falcons. My point is, you don't give up on rookies after year 1 unless they like Isaiah Wilson themselves. Like, that just makes no sense in my mind. And I feel like it's just a waste of assets. Like, if Sweat's the top guy on your board, sure, but in the first round, that's just so rich. I don't see Sweat as a first rounder. Ooh, Ricky Parcell. Oh, he's going to the Senior Bowl, but he's going to here to the Giants. Golly. That's pretty high. Jack Sawyer going to the Colts. Brandon Dorless. Ooh, interesting pickup there by the Vikings. I don't hate it. All right, I got to start looking for my picks. Yeah, I think every running back's still on the board. Ago. Yeah, but Rosen, even then at the time, like Rosen, a lot of people were like, oh, why are they giving up on Rosen after 1 year? And it was honestly kind of apocalyptic for the Cardinals organization in general. But I mean, it's a different case when they had the first overall pick. You know, they had the first overall pick. and they were staring at a quarterback that they've had probably a better grade on. So it was like, okay, yeah, didn't work out with Rosen. That sucks, but let's go ahead. Let's take Kyler Murray. We got new heads in the office. Let's do our thing. Barrett Carter going to the Steelers. Juan, you're making the same assumption though that you did last year, or I guess last draft cycle. It's like say, okay, so, oh, we need to stop the run now. Oh, let's draft Mozzie. Oh, we need to stop the run now. Let's draft another rookie Sweat. Like, you see, you're kind of falling into the same hole. Steelers should give up on Pickett. Potentially. Do you play any video games? If so, what's your favorite? I don't play video games. I just don't have time. The only game I really play is on my phone. It's Hearthstone, and it's only Battlegrounds. All right, so we're here. Let's make some moves for the Dolphins. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is probably my pick right here. I'm really high on Jackson Powers Johnson. Let's see who are just some of the best players available before we make that pick. Oh, shucks. Where else can the Dolphins? Actually, no. I'm just gonna stick with Jackson Powers Johnson. I did see Liatu Latu going to the Senior Bowl. That's kind of lit. That's kind of sick. So I'm relatively happy with that draft. I got a steal in round 1, and I grabbed a center. What up, Jeff? Yeah, him and Van Pran are really nice. Like, those are guys that are going to be like top 60 prospects for me. Dude, Jackson Powers Johnson is beautiful. Oh, Juan, it's Christian freaking McCaffrey. He's giving everyone nightmares. Cowboys take Josh Newton. And we got the Lions pick coming in right now. Mason Smith. How much did you miss, Jeff? Well, we're halfway through the second round. All right. Ooh, Princely. I can never get his last name right. It's like Ooey Maling. I don't know, but Princely, dude's sick, man. He's got one of the top pass rush win rates in the class. I wasn't a fan of Rosen. Darnold though had tools. That was the year I actually started my exodus from not taking run backs in the first round too. That was the year I was like, yo, no, running backs ain't worth it. Running backs ain't worth it. And then Saquon goes it too. David, the Cowboys' perfect draft is taking the best player on the board in every round. I did see Punk made reference to the wise man. There goes Quinion Mitchell. Ooh, that's interesting to the Chiefs. You know, another USC quarterback this year looked like a deer in the headlights against Notre Dame. Got Ruko Rohora. It's going to be a fun name saying during this draft season. Got the Ravens selecting Cooper BB. All right, Jeff, you be easy, buddy. And then the final pick here will be Ray Benson. Not bad. All right, let's run through these picks real quick. What team would be a surprise draft day trade up? Well, that's kind of hard to predict. A lot of that relies on how the board falls. Like draft day. Do you think Bo Nix comp is like a Brock Purdy? He's got a way better arm than Brock Purdy. That's not a knock on Brock Purdy. That's just facts when it comes to his tools. All right, so Cardinals, they got Caleb Williams, Chop Robinson, Kingsley Sumateo. I don't think they had a forced tackle in the second, but I think it's fine. I like their first two picks. Chop's good. Chop and BJ Ojolari on opposite sides is kind of scary. Falcons took Bo Nix and then Chris Braswell addressed kind of like their biggest needs with good players. I think Bo Nix is about the right spot there at 19. Pretty darn good. And Chris Braswell, man, dude's got the tools. Ravens, Cooper DeJean, Cooper BB. Oh, Jack, you're just getting out here getting Coopers. White Coopers. But I like DeJean, man. I like DeJean in that defense with McDonald. And BB can come in and play that left guard spot. That's kind of been what John Simmons this year or something. The computer just drafted value for the Bills and it worked out. Cam Kitchens and Keon Coleman are pretty darn good. Carolina Panthers, they took A.D. Mitchell. Solid. I think that's a good pick when you don't have a first rounder. I think Panthers are going to be definitely eyeing receiver in that with that second round pick, that first overall second round pick. 33rd overall. Let's go with that. Marvin Harrison, Liatu Latu. Of course, it's Kirito. Y'all already know my stance when it comes to what the Bears should do with pick 1, so just going to leave it at that. Ooh, good pickups here for the Bengals. I like the Fuaga pick. Chris Jenkins, I think if they can't bring back DJ Reader, they probably look for someone who's a bit more meatier. Like meat-tier. So a bit more meat. Browns get Michael Hall Jr. I think that's fine. He's going to be a guy that's probably going to should move up boards. He's just limited in size. Xavier Worthy, Josh Newton. This is funny. This feels like Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore. But it was a computer. It is what it is. Broncos took Braylon Trice. That's a fine pick. Detroit Lions, Denzel Burke. Then Mason Smith, very high upside individual. I think the Lions, if they're looking for interior, they're probably looking for someone that can be a bit of a hoss in the middle. That's why they had Aleem McNeil shed pounds, so he didn't have to do that role anymore. And he's better for it, dude. Aleem McNeil's freaking stud. Packers, J.C. Latham, Kalen Bullock. Those are good picks. Houston Texans, Charles goes full D'Amico, like, yo, give me trench players. Give me defensive trench players. They got good ones. Got Got the Colts, Kalen King, Jack Sawyer. This is probably my least favorite draft. And we're not even halfway through. Troy Franklin's nice shout out. I think he kind of gets lost in a very good wide receiver class. And then Princely's really solid as well. You won't have the versatility of a guy like Travon Walker, but that's fine. Chiefs take Emeka Ibuka and then Quinion. Solid. Ladarius Sneed's probably a free agent, right? That sounds right, but who knows? Chargers, they get Kool-Aid, McKinstry, and then Tyler Nubbin. So they're looking to get that secondary all worked out. Those are good picks. Rams got Nate Wiggins and JJ McCarthy. Low key. The bot had a good draft. Got a really good corner, really athletic corner with some size. In terms of size, I mean, like he's 6'2" and 185, but one of the youngest guys in this class. He's going to be able to put some meat on that frame, some bulk and muscle. And then JJ McCarthy, better than Stetson Bennett. Raiders, they get Patrick Paul, tackle of the future, and then Jerzon Newton, who's I think is just plug and play. So, I mean, if they're not going to go quarterback, I think it's not the sexiest thing you could do for the Raiders, but I don't think you need to be sexy. This is very efficient. Oh, yeah, Malik Neighbors at 25. Psh, easy peasy. I'll take that. And then I'm a mark for Jackson Powers Johnson. We got the Minnesota Vikings taking Rome Odunze to pair up there with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Oh my goodness. And then Brandon Dorless is a pretty solid pick. He's got a lot of flexibility in that Brian Flores system. Drake May and then Jordan Morgan for the Patriots. I think if I was the Patriots, Ibrahima, I might have gone wide receiver because I think the tackle position somewhat is. I think the offensive line is figuring itself out. I think I think Michael Onwenu is gonna be their tackle of the future. And yeah, Trent Brown, that guy's gonna get beat up all the time, and I get it. So yeah, maybe you want to draft his replacement in this class. So yeah, I kind of recant what I've kind of said already. Saints, they get Dallas Turner, Lad McConkey. They get solid players. It's fine. It's not like need, but you don't draft for need anyway unless you're a loser. Brock Bowers, Kamari Lasser, Ricky Parcell. I think I have him. He looks like a 5th rounder to me. Vertical slot guy. Dime a dozen, in my opinion. I like the Lassiter pick. So that's going to be your starting corners, him and Deontay Banks. Brock Bowers, I mean, Darren Waller's been hurt. Might turn out that the Raiders win the trade there. So we'll see. Hopefully he can stay healthy next season. Let's go Joe Alt and Xavier Leggett. I love this. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would love that. Philadelphia Eagles, Terran Arnold, Trey Benson, and Brian Thomas. That's just freaking beautiful draft. Just like, hey, let me just get all these good players. Yes, please. Computer snagged Armarius Mims from me. It is what it is. Steelers do love their athletic linebackers, so Bear Carter would make sense. Seahawks took Michael Penix. I think that's fine. I kind of struggle drafting for the Seahawks myself at that 22 spot. 49ers took Graham Barton, Rook Orohara. Barton probably doesn't end up being a tackle, but could be. I don't think he will be, though, in the NFL. He might play center. He might play guard, and I think that's fine. I think those are weaker. I think they're weaker than a lot of people are willing to admit on the interior there. Buccaneers take Jaden Daniels, and then Tyler Guyton. Hasn't Luke Godecki played like decent at tackle? I thought he has. I thought a lot of their problems has been in the interior. I mean, they can't run the ball for goodness sake. Jaden Daniels though going at 7. It's interesting. He's kind of an enigma in this class. Like, where do people really like him? So CP3 here drafts strictly defensive players. So I'm not in love with that, given the class. Like, it's a very good offensive class. Like, I don't mind Jared Verse in the first. But I'm probably hoping to take like a tackle or a wide receiver or some sort of offensive lineman in the second. And then the Commanders take Olu Fashanu, Jeremiah Trotter, and then they complete the overhaul of the offensive line with Troy Fautanu. So that one's all right. That one's all right. But looking at the chat real quick. Yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Blake Corum's slipping down some boards. This wasn't exactly an ideal year for him. Wasn't a terrible year, but doesn't look nearly as explosive as he did coming off that MCL injury from last year. But that's gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna be doing these once a week for the remainder of the year, and then next year we're gonna ramp it up to like twice a week, 3 times a week. So if you wanna take part in these, then shoot. Become a premium member at Walk the Mock, whether that's monthly or you could do it for the year. But remember, use promo code Broshmo. It saves you 20% off. I want to look out for y'all with that. But shoot, this has been real. I got a Mock the Mock to record now for tomorrow. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Easy. We're going to be streaming. Literally, it's going to be a hell of a weekend. We got the Pac-12 championship game. We're streaming that Friday. And then we're streaming all day Saturday. It's going to be freaking bonkers. So, well, shoot, Drake. Those 5 to 6, 7 rounders, they might be starting sooner than you think. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.